What's up everyone, Shogun MY here. It has been a while since I last uploaded a video here, and by a while I actually mean over 4 years. Yeah, I am not joking. Last time I posted a video publicly, it was way back in February of 2021. Back then, like everyone else, I had a lot of time in my room due to the global health crisis happening in the entire world. So I decided to make some videos about Smash Ultimate, the game I played for most of 2020 to 2021. Looking back at my old videos, they were quite lackluster, to say the least.
Flashback.
Welcome to Shogun MY's classroom. This is the first official class by me. You can call me Professor Shogun MY. I love how sexy she looks when she uses down air. Just look at her.
End of flashback.
Even without looking at the very simple editing and lack of high resolution video quality, the audio is just absolutely terrible because I was using my laptop's default mic. I ended up making only a few videos because of life, and I never had the time or motivation to do videos again. So why am I back here making videos in 2025? The biggest reason is because I got inspired by a few content creators I see on YouTube making Smash Bros content. However, despite me playing this game for many years and knowing a lot about it, I don't think I would stand out at all by making content related to Smash. I am not as knowledgeable as the lab monsters of Smash Ultimate, and I am not skillful at the game by any means that I can use it to gain views. So I decided to put my focus on a game similar to Smash Bros that not a lot of people know about and I'm deeply involved in. Sunshine Showdown. Now you're probably wondering,
Shogun, what is that?
unlike the Smash series, Sunshine Showdown is made by a big multi-million-dollar gaming company, and it doesn't feature world-famous characters such as Mario or Kirby. There's also not a lot of information or promotional material about it online, so its exposure is rather limited. I thought to myself, why don't I make content for this game? For one, I truly enjoy playing this game, and two, I believe it deserves some more attention and maybe get more people to play the game. On top of that, the game's online feature will be out very soon, with rollback netcode. Sounds exciting to you Smash players, doesn't it? With that said, I will be giving you a brief overview of Sunshine Showdown, including some background information, how to get the game, characters, stages, and more. Without further ado, let's not waste any more time and dive straight into the game. What is Sunshine Showdown? Sunshine Showdown is basically a combination of a platform fighter and Love Live Sunshine. If you're watching this video, you probably know what platform fighters are. It's a fighting game subgenre where characters can move on a 2D plane freely, similar to platform games like Mario Bros. Aside from Smash Bros., other examples of more well-known platform fighters include Rivals of Aether 1 and 2, Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl, and Multiverses. You might be asking, why is there no footage of the game? Oh, that's why. On the surface, Sunshine Showdown looks just like another one of these quote-unquote Smash clones, but the main thing that makes it unique is that it features characters from Love Live Sunshine. For those of you wondering what Love Live Sunshine is, I'll explain it very briefly. Love Live Sunshine is a part of a project named Love Live School Idol Project, which, based on the footage I'm showing you, seems to be an anime show featuring teenage girls who are also school idols, singing and dancing and stuff. However, it is not just an anime show, it is a multimedia project, meaning that apart from just anime, the series also has its own manga, magazines, BDs, CD, a YouTube channel, and many other cool stuff. They even have live shows by seiyus, who are the voice of the characters. Love Live started all the way back in 2010, and Love Live Sunshine is the second installment in the Love Live series, debuted back in 2015. If you are interested in Love Live, I encourage you to do your own research. There are tons of information such as wiki pages and YouTube videos that can help you get started with Love Live. Back to Sunshine Showdown. This fan game was released back in August of 2023, developed by Vanilla Kunikida using Platform Fighter Engine. He has been developing this game all on his own and releasing update information on his Twitter account. By the way, this game is not for profit and is free to play. Yes, you heard me right. Free to play. and there's no gacha content, so you don't need to worry about microtransactions. It's important to note that Vanilla Kunikida doesn't post information about the game in his main Twitter account, but rather on his other Twitter account, which is being shown here. Vanny tweets out details and showcases of new updates there. In addition to that, Vanilla Kunikida also has a Discord server that comes with a section dedicated to Sunshine Showdown, allowing people to discuss the game, post clips, and send feedback. I'll link both the Twitter account and the Discord server in the description of this video. Go check them out if you're interested in the game. So now that you know what this game is roughly like and you want to give it a shot, how do you get started? The first thing you want to do is go to Sunshine Showdown's webpage, link in the description as well. In there, you can find information about the game, as well as patch notes for every version of the game's release under the development log section. Above that section, there's the download section, which contains the latest version of the game as well as other files needed to run the game. Just click the download button and the game will be installed. Now it's important to know that you might need to add the game to your Steam library in order to play with controllers. To do that, just extract the files from the download, then go to Steam, click Add Non-Steam Game to your library, choose the Sunshine Showdown application, and voila! You should be able to start the game in Steam. I know some people also use applications like Parsec to play this game with other players, even though they're online. But I am not knowledgeable with that. If you're familiar with those apps, let me know down in the comment section below. Once you enter the game, you will enter the main menu. So far, this game only has the traditional Smash mode and the other options like options and replays. From there, you can go to the VS Matches tab and it will take you to the character select screen. Once you're in there, you can create and change your controller scheme on the bottom right of your player port. At the top, you can change the rule sets. At the time of the release of this video, the game features 9 characters. They are all part of an idol group called Aquas, which are the idol group for Love Live Sunshine. I'll quickly describe every character through the lens of Smash Ultimate. Starting off with Chika Takami. She's the leader of Aquas, cheerful, and really loves Mikan. Just like every other main character in many fighting games, she is an all-rounder. In terms of moveset, she's basically Mario combined with Inkling. You can see that she has a meter above the character portrait. That is a Mikan gauge, and is essential to her kit. If you're an Inkling player, then you probably already know what this does. She uses the gauge for most of her moves, and you have to make sure you hold shield and then hold special to recharge. She also has a forward area that dunks just like Mario. Her move and attributes are average, not very fast, but also not very slow compared to other characters of the cast. Overall, she is a very well-balanced, jack-of-all-trades character without much glaring weaknesses.
Hi there, Astil the editor here. Before we move on to the next character, you guys better subscribe to this channel if you Smash players are new to this video. It'd be lovely to see all of your support.
Up next is Yo Watanabe, Chika's BFF. She is a professional at diving, full of energy, and loves saying YOSOLO as her catchphrase. She is a lightweight with very high mobility, boasting the fastest run speed of the entire cast. Combined with her fast falling speed and quick aerials, she is very good at rushing down people close range and making flashy plays. Her down special is really unique in the sense that if you use it once, you'll set up a water puddle and you use it again to instantly teleport over to the puddle, which is really good for recovery, getting out of a juggle, and even extending your advantage state. The catch is, without the puddle, she has one of the worst recoveries in the entire game. She also suffers from a lack of range and can struggle to take stocks as a lot of her attacks are pretty weak and the stronger ones are really slow and laggy. If you like fast and mobile characters such as Sheik, Greninja, and Fox, then Yo is the character for you. Just watch out for her recovery. It's really bad that it makes Fox's recovery look fantastic. Trust me. We then have a character that's essentially the opposite of Yo, Riko Sakurauchi. Talented in playing the piano, hates dogs, and loves reading Yuri manga.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
She is rather slow in both speed and frame data, but in exchange she has good zoning tools and a lot of range in her moves. Just look at that up air. It's ridiculous.
That's quite big. Impressive.
On top of the range, her attacks are also really powerful and can clutch out stocks really early if you are not careful. If you're a fan of slow, heavy hitters with lots of range, like the Ashen Demon or the King of Darkness, then you might find Riko to be your character. Up next is Hanamaru Kunikida. She's a bookworm, doesn't know much about technology, and Vanilla Kunikia's favorite character. And because of that, she's the best character in the game right now, at least in my opinion. Anyways, she's a semi-heavyweight with lots of stuff that makes her the best of the best. Small hurt box, fast normals, good combo game, great recovery, and more. She does lack a bit of burst range and can be outranged by some characters, in addition to being a bit slow on the ground, but that doesn't stop her from being a very solid character. If you like top tier characters with fantastic frame data and recovery like Mr. Game & Watch, Rob, and Diddy Kong, Hanamaru is an excellent character for you. Up next is Yoshiko.
何？お前はもう死んでいる。
よしこちゃん、ギラ。
She's a Junibiyu, acts weird, and always claims that she's Yohane, the fallen angel, for some reason.
何を立てしてヨハネって何？リトルデーモンサタンいるわけないでしょ。そんなもん。
Despite this being nothing more than just a joke in the anime, in this game it's a different story. We'll get to that in a second. Like Chica, she's an all-rounder character with above average weight. Her double jump is similar to Mewtwo's in Smash, and it allows her to do some double jump cancel tech, but that's a topic for another video. She also has a pretty good recovery move that grants her invincibility at the startup. However, being a jack of all trades character does mean some downsides. All of her movement attributes are not the best, and a lot of her moves can be really finicky, meaning that it might take a lot of time to properly use, in addition to lacking good options to take stocks. That being said, all of this only applies to Yoshiko. Remember what I said about her claiming herself as the fallen angel Yohane? Well, in this game she can actually transform into Yohane.
闇の眷属よ。
In the current update, once she reaches 75% or above, she will automatically transform. Upon transforming, she will get 2 wings on her back. In this transformation, she replaces her high double jump with 3 short but much faster mid-air jumps, in addition to having better movement attributes and super armor when charging her smash attacks. So yeah, she's basically the one-winged angel, but she is far superior because on top of all that, she has knockback-based heavy armor at all times when she's transformed, and has a completely different moveset exclusive to Yohane. Essentially, this character is basically Sephiroth combined with Kazuya and Pyro and Mithra. It's as DLC as it can be without being a DLC character. Now, the downside to this is that, similar to Sephiroth, she will lose a lot of weight during this transformation, to the point that she becomes the lightest character in the game, meaning your opponent can kill you as early as you can potentially kill them. We now have Ruby Kurosawa. She is Hanamaru's BFF, loves candy, and is really shy, especially in front of men. She is a super lightweight with the fastest airspeed in the game, and she also has 3 jumps, unlike every other character who only has 2 without counting transformations. She has fantastic aerials, and some really powerful special moves as well. Unfortunately, she is really sluggish on the ground, and she is really susceptible to early kills due to her low weight. She also doesn't have an actual recovery move, but her special moves can help with stalling her area momentum and giving her either a slight horizontal or vertical boost. Basically, she is the combination of the mains of the legendary melee. Basically, she is the combination of the mains of legendary melee players Hungrybox and Amza. And if those are your favorite characters, then Ruby is perfect for you in this game. And now we have the third years, starting with Daya Kurosawa. As you might be able to tell from her surname, she is Ruby's older sister. She can be very strict at times, but she is very reliable, traits that most student council presidents share. She is also unique in the sense that she is a quote-unquote sword fighter, although she also uses her feet and fans to attack, and the rope as well in the future. Despite not using her main weapon for almost half of her attacks, her sword does have massive range, and in typical Fire Emblem sword character tradition, she has a counter. Her movement attributes are also really solid for a character that has good range. The downside is her recovery is a little bit The most glaring weakness of Daya is that her recovery can be a bit linear and her boxing tools are not exactly the best. If you like Fire Emblem characters, like me, and like sword characters, Daya is your character in Sunshine Showdown. Moving on to Kana Matsura.
どうする？私は平気だけど。
She has been friends with Chika, Yo, Daya and Mari since childhood. She's a big fan of the ocean, spends most of her time in her grandfather's diving shop, and likes to hug people. Also, she's my favorite from Wakwas. In Sunshine Showdown, she's a grappler with really good speed both in the air and on the ground, especially considering that she's a heavyweight. She can convert a lot from her grabs, most notably with her down throw and cargo forward throw. Yeah, I know she took that trick from DK. Apart from that, she's also the only character in the game to have command grabs, and she has not one, but 2 command grabs in her special moves. This command grab looks familiar. It kind of reminds me of Mii Brawler's... Shoutouts to FireThePyro for letting me borrow a 30-second clip from this video. His channel link is in the description. Aside from grabs, her tilts and aerials are also really powerful and has surprisingly good frame data, in addition to having the best out-of-shield games in the entire roster. That being said, she does have very clear weaknesses. For one, she is the only character in the game without a projectile, and combined with a bigger hurt box, she can really struggle to deal with projectiles and ranged attacks, as she is only threatening up close. Her recovery is also very subpar, and up special cannot protect her from spikes well. If you like grappler characters with great grab combos like Donkey Kong, Bowser, and Mii Brawler, then you should have no trouble picking up Kanan. The final character in the lineup is Mari Ohara.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god!
She's goofy, likes to joke around, and will always say some English catchphrase out of nowhere.
It's joke.
She is a heavyweight character, having the highest weight value of all characters in the game. But unlike Kanan, she is a zoner / trap character with great space control using her special moves like Golden Statue and Shito Fire. Yeah, I know this sounds like a certain swear word, but that's because the name of the move is Japanese, and it means Flames of Jealousy.
Shit fire!
She also has some really strong attacks like her up tilt and lightning kicks. She's basically the combination of Snake, Zelda, Pac-Man, and Robin into one character, and she shares some weaknesses from those characters too, like slow movement and lack of effective out-of-shield options. Her recovery is also quite awful due to the lack of distance gained from her up special and slow airspeed. She's still a fantastic zoner for those who prefer a slower, trap-based playstyle. That is a brief overview of every character in the game. I am planning on making dedicated character guides for every character, and we'll be going much more in depth than just describing them with Smash characters. So be sure to keep an eye on my channel. Once you pick your character, you will then enter the stage select. In the current latest version, there are 9 stages. There are stages that have very simple layouts that you are more than familiar with if you play with any platform fighters, like Idol Stage and Dreamy Color, which are basically the Sunshine Showdown variant of Battlefield and Final Destination. And other stages have their own unique layouts. It's important to note that some of these stages are scheduled to be removed and replaced by other stages. Again, you can check out Vanilla Kunikida's Twitter account for update information regarding stages in the upcoming patches. Some of them can be considered tournament legal in Smash terms, but since there isn't a competitive scene for this game yet, there really isn't such a thing as competitive stages for this game yet. Obviously, each stage is related to Love Live Sunshine in some way or form. If you want to know more background information of these stages, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll make a video about that. And with that, that's going to be the end for the overview. If you are still here, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching this video until the end. Sunshine Showdown is a game with massive potential, and I've been enjoying it a lot. I hope that this video can help promote the game and share it to a wider audience. And with online coming soon, this might be a good fighting game that can be just as good as the other platform fighters out there. I would also like to encourage you to share this video to more people who might be interested in trying out a more niche and unique platform fighter. I would greatly appreciate that if you do. I am planning on making more Sunshine Showdown content, and right now I am currently working on another video about the mechanics and techniques of the game, as well as comparing and contrasting the similarities and differences in mechanics to the Smash games. If you want to see that video, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to catch that video when it goes live. I also would like to work on dedicated character guides, but as I mentioned before, the patch updates of this game change a lot of things. So making character guides can be really problematic because the things can get outdated and irrelevant really quickly with patch updates. And I need to make sure I know how to deal with those when I release character guides in the future. Lastly, as I mentioned in the beginning, I haven't made videos in a very long time. Hopefully, as I get used to doing this more, I can do better with writing and presenting my scripts, as well as improving my video editing while only using the limited resources I have. Anyways, that's going to be the end of this video. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day or night, give Sunshine Showdown a try, and I'll see you in the next video. I'll also think of a better outro in the future, I promise. Okay, bye!